Thank you very much. And we will invite the panelists to have a seat in the theater. And we're going to, again, do a very smooth, hopefully, transition to the final segment of our session here. I'm going to invite Dr. Gómez in a second. I just wanted to mention that we're going to have a kind of a final wrap-up session, but, to kind of collectively thank all of our panelists that have brought us to this opportunity to summarize and reflect. And I just want to mention, because perhaps it wasn't very obvious to all of you, but, we had quite a variety here brought together. We had people from Venezuela, the Philippines, England, New York, if that's another country, India, Bolivia, Mexico, all coming to share these ideas. And now it's my pleasure to invite Dr. Jaime Alonso Gómez, who's a faculty member here at the University of San Diego. He has a joint appointment with us in the Allers Center, a distinguished faculty member, and also with the Tecnológico de Monterrey in Mexico. Dr. Gómez.
What an intellectual delight. We have enjoyed intellectual provocation, cognitive stimulation, and we have been invited to go into a new way of understanding business. This is a picture of the old world, New York, Frankfurt, London. This is a picture of the new world, Dubai, Hong Kong, Singapore. This is a picture of the world in terms of people who make less than $1 a day and more than $200 a day. Asymmetries are not sustainable. And this is a picture of the other world. It could be anywhere, including Texas, Mississippi, and Alabama. I'm just kidding. In year 2000, a group of VIPs came together and set the Millennium Goals. You can read the 8 Millennium Goals. And as you can easily imagine, we are not doing well. If we take any of those 8 goals, there is a lot to do. And the reason is perhaps a little bit simplistic. We have understood many of these goals as charitable or philanthropy. Just to give you an idea of the business potential at the base of the pyramid markets, it's a $5 trillion opportunity. It's a 5 and 12 zeros to the right. So, Israel, how many burritos is that? All of them, definitely. This is difficult to quantify, and from Novartis, we just heard that health is also a tremendous opportunity when it comes to really understanding robust business design and business strategies. This is a geoeconomic view of the world, in which if the United States is 100%, Brazil at this moment will be 14%, Spain will be 9%, China 66%, and Japan 30%. Look at the geoeconomic size of Africa and the geographic size of Africa, the geoeconomic size of Japan, and the geographic size of Japan. So many things to consider. Definitely, these asymmetries are not sustainable either. What about if we actually follow what CK has engaged us in thinking about poverty alleviation through a different lens, a different paradigm? Dr. Denise Diamond early this morning invited us to consider 3 main ideas: how peace and prosperity, economic development, and business roles and responsibilities are a powerful equation for a better and sustainable future. Additionally, she invited us to think of CK's ideas: innovation, new business paradigms, tenacious behavior, spiritual stamina for growth, and sustainable communities. And finally, he always thought of transformation, possibilities, and new fortunes. Deepa Prahalad, she not only looks like her father, but walks like her father. Definitely, I had the chance to work with him 3 years with the Aspen Institute, and it is incredible how they both look like each other. She invited us to have a robust debate this morning, working together, business and academia, and that will be the essence of the next sessions. She also says there is excitement, debate, and disappointment. Well, great. Let us build a new order out of chaos. Let us engage into robust design, innovation thinking, and intellectual stamina, and obviously hard work. Who would we better off because of this work? That was the eternal question that he always invited us to consider. It is about people. Definitely it is about people, and there is much more BOP research not needed anymore. Well, we will think about it, and that is part of the research. That was the ideal state of affairs, but at this moment, we need to focus on how to improve the current state of affairs. Erin Gavin, Qualcomm, $11 billion company, 150 countries. Roughly speaking, Starbucks and Qualcomm have the same number of revenues. Qualcomm is fostering sustainable business. 5 billion wireless subscribers as a tremendous business opportunities. And basically, the main idea she shared with us was how to foster entrepreneurship in Indonesia via an interdependent business model, partnering with Grameen Bank, micro-lending via a payphone concept, and also providing access to telecommunications and better livelihoods, giving new tools for success. Ivar, where is Ivar? Right there. Wow, you really provided a lot of vibrancy in the audience. And in particular, by looking at the pictures on people, entrepreneurial people who take advantage of electricity, private, well, I will not pursue that line of thinking, but basically what he says, let us go into an 8-step methodology, which includes acting, reflecting, and observing how they behavioralize in a particular market, and how this company he's working with, they went into robust social system design and impeccable execution. Learning from complex systems, managing complexity, new business model for poverty alleviation, including aspiration as a new variable in the equation. Antonio Aquino from Ayala Corporation, $4 billion company. Basically, after he described the country and the economics of the country, he says, well, let us try to build together with Ayala Bank, Ayala Water, and Land Bank all together into an 8-step BOP business model from vision to shareholder value, including partnerships, community engagement, and design. But in particular, they went into a really articulate way of understanding those markets, those opportunities, and they are really engaged into poverty alleviation and business opportunities. Reaching the majority was the second panel of the morning. And Kapil Sharma from Tata Sons, wow, what a tremendous company, incredible. In fact, that is a common denominator for many big companies in emerging countries. Poverty alleviation, social responsibility have been there since the beginning of the first stone in the company. It is total consideration of how this philosophy, the management philosophy, the company philosophy, and the family philosophy has been there since the beginning of times. They basically, they are in 90 companies, 7 sectors, 80 countries, $83 billion, expanding domestic addressable market to the larger part of the pyramid, including he brought to our attention 2 examples, the water purifier, the Nano, and the ACE, in addition to housing possibilities and alternatives. A solid commitment to people, improving quality of life, and co-producing peace and prosperity. Michael from Novartis, definitely what they are doing is tremendous. No precedents, 29,000 villages, partnering with 39 pharmacists and clinics, partnering to expand access to health and infrastructure finance. This is complexity. This is volume. This is not Mickey Mouse, whatever. Novartis is really on poverty alleviation with a clear, concise, and conclusive commitment. Jane, wow. It is really difficult to continue because what they are doing is essential. Really essential for life solutions and life choices. Jose Arteaga, a businessman, second generation. Poverty alleviation via 3 vectors: education for vertical mobility, joint venturing with microfarmers, and fostering wealth creation and entrepreneurship development, including the creation of 450 new micro and small companies, including improving agricultural standards in the region and being a family which is really well respected. And he actually ended his presentation with his family philosophy, business strategy, and commitment as company owners. And finally, Jose Luis in Bolivia, wow, they are really managing complexity too. In order to take advantage of a 3 billion opportunity, they engage into product design, distribution processes, and discipline execution. They are orchestrating business models for the base of the pyramid markets, microinsurance, making the complex simple. This is the last slide, concepts and next practices. What we are doing here, what we are witnessing here and co-creating here is non-linear thinking, innovation-driven initiatives, and definitely we are producing a new order out of perceived chaos. It is not chaos, it's just a perception. We just need a new way of addressing this particular market and business environment. A second next practice is that we need to go into systemic, not systematic, although it is not deniable, systemic redesign, recognizing markets. The cognition process needs to be redefined, recognizing markets, clients, and opportunities, redefining business strategies, redesigning business models, and relearning business and acquiring new competencies. Definitely, as it was totally obvious, there is a lot of internal company negotiation, power dynamics, and new process design. Another next practice is we need to have the intellectual and emotional strength to challenge the status quo. And finally, poverty alleviation in every single case presented here implied and created a new value proposition for shareholder and stakeholder value. Thank you very much, but before we finish, I would like to invite Nadia and Katie up here to the front. Please come this way, Nadia and Katie. There are many, many people to really thank for the great start of this conference because it is just half the way through. But Nadia and Katie have been tremendous. Definitely it takes a woman to get the job done. Congratulations.
Thank you. I, of course, would like to thank all of our speakers, our panelists, and everyone's participation here, in addition to those that helped make it possible. I also want to mention that we had this will be posted, the speakers will be posted on our webpage, but while it was happening, we also had it being streamed live, and we had some requests from Ecuador, Ethiopia, and other places that perhaps were watching this as we were experiencing it here in this room. We also had an overflow room with students that were there also participating. They couldn't be with us. Also, we didn't have the room, but some of them were going in and out of classes, and we didn't want it to be disruptive. But of course, they were here, part of it, and participating as well. So again, thank you all. I want to mention that for those of you that did sign up for the lunch, it'll go out either door, and it'll be in the back here, and lunch will begin. And in the meantime, thank you again for your participation and for sharing and thinking about what we can do next and continuing the legacy of CK Prahalad to think about how we can engage the poor as both consumers and producers and what we can provide some business and market solutions to help address this important need of solving, and that's the issue of worldwide poverty. Thank you very much.